All right, Shalom Yasharella. Before we get started, we're going to give our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakaha Kodash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone, the teaching for well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. And we're back with another video, another lesson. We're going to respond to an article from the People's Voice. It reads, Elite UN Conference footage confirms plans for manufactured global famine in 2025, right? It says leaked footage from a United Nations Assembly meeting reveals a decades-long agenda for global control, aimed at weakening the population by 2025 through invisible, insidious methods. It says the footage reveals that toxic, mind-altering chemicals that have been covertly released over major population centers for years, damaging human health and ecosystems alike. Those streaks in our skies, dismissed as harmless vapor trails, are in fact bioweapons used to quietly destabilize societies around the world. And now the most disturbing plan of all is set to unfold: the release of toxic man-made clouds designed to trigger a global famine in 2025. And they're doing this to have complete control, of the people, right? It says anyone paying attention can't help but notice the dramatic the dramatic changes in our skies. The sun, the sun, which used to shine as a vibrant orange orb, now seems wider and smaller. It says, gone are the days when clouds dance in the sky, forming beautiful organic shapes like cirrus, cumulus, and nimbus. Instead, they have become stark and grid-like, resembling bars of a massive prison planet. You see, and that's those chemtrails in the sky, right? It says the elite believe they could carry out the silent transformation without facing scrutiny, thinking we would passively accept it all. For decades, a mainstream media insisted that chemtrails were nothing more than a wild conspiracy theory, pushed by so-called tinfoil hat wearers who deserve to be mocked and ridiculed. There is just one problem for the elite and the corrupt mainstream media: they underestimate our resolve. We are not going down without a fight. Investigators are uncovering their crimes, and whistleblowers are coming forward in their droves to expose their secret plan. It says State Department whistleblower William Blum said, no matter how paranoid or conspiracy-minded you are, what the government is actually doing is worse than you imagine. Just the quote right here. And I believe that, what they're doing, what they show us, they got something way far, sinister than what we see. It says the whistleblowers from inside the United States are inclined to agree with Blum. Newly leaked footage from an assembly meeting back in 2006 reveals that while the mainstream media were gaslighting the public about chemtrails, right, the global elite were discussing how to use them to control populations and damage the agriculture industry. Agriculture has emerged as a key front in globalist war on humanity. The elite envision a future in which we are completely dependent on the global government, dying on bugs and crickets, while they own our land, and for some reason we're happy because we own nothing. According to Bill Gates, who suddenly and unexpectedly became America's largest America's largest owner of farmland last year, farmers are now part of the useless class of humans and need to be phased out and replaced with controllable AI technology to fight sea change and improve the state of the world. As the UN footage reveals, the bureaucratic elite have been working on this plan for decades. And I got this other article from the People's Voice. This is back in March 2024. It says, the March 13, 2024, says Bill Gates urges governments to replace farmers with AI smart farming bots. I read a little bit. It says Bill Gates and the WEF, all right, these people, all right, the WEF have escalated their war on food, ordering world governments to replace human farmers with AI-controlled so-called smart farming. According to Bill Gates, who suddenly and unexpectedly became America's largest owner of farmland last year, farmers are now part of the useless class of humans and need to be phased out with and replaced with controllable AI, technology to fight climate change. Slovakia, I said the word. To fight sea change and improve the state of the world. But unfortunately for Gates, we have stone cold proof that he is not supporting work on agriculture for the benefit of the world at large. And we know he's not doing it for the benefit of the world. Okay, he's doing it for, the elites, right? On the contrary, Gates is attempting to seize control of the global food supply and hold humanity to ransom for his own benefit and the benefit of his globalist collaborators. This is the global elite see a future for humanity where we are completely dependent on the global government. All right, says the same thing in another article. Dying on bugs and crickets while they own our land, and for some reason we are happy because we own nothing. It says Gates is currently traveling the world spreading his own brand of globalist propaganda amid the elite's war on agriculture, in which the usual suspects are seeking to seize total control of the global food supply. You see, so they want to take control of that, which in some way they already did. That's why you got GMO. We got GMO foods, right? Matter of fact, let's get Ezekiel 4 and 13. Ezekiel 4:13, and it reads, "And the Lord, whose name is Yahweh," right? And the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. That's the same. That's the name of the only begotten Son. And the Lord said, "Even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them." So our bread, our food will be defiled wherever we go. We're gonna have food from the earth, from the ground. We can't even grow, our own food in our own backyards. I believe in some states you can. Let's see if we can Google that. Is it illegal, right, to grow your own food? It says, no, growing your own food is not illegal in the United States, but there may be local restrictions. Local ordinances. It says cities and countries may have ordinances that restrict gardening, such as requiring plants to be a certain height or requiring grass to be present. Homeowners association may have rules that restrict gardening. Rental agreements may restrict gardening. It says growing your own food can be a great way to limit social interaction and have a secondary food source. It says you can garden on any scale from a Windows ill to a backyard. So it's not illegal, but it is restrictions on it. But sometimes they don't let you grow your or even collect. They say rainwater, but all this stuff is defiled, man. The food is messed up, right? Let's get Isaiah, because these devils are messing up the earth. All right, Isaiah 24:4 says, the earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away, the haughty people of the earth do languish. What does haughty mean? Let's look that up. Slovakia. Give me 1 second. I think I got the wrong verse. I wanted verse 4. All right, haughty. What in the world? Slovakia. Haughty. All right, it says a haughty height. All right, in a high place. Height proudly of nobles. See? The haughty people of the earth do languish, man. Altitude, all right, elevation, and they're the ones who sit on this can be used figuratively. They are not in a high position. These at least they rule the world. So verse 4 again, the earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away, the haughty people of the earth do languish. So this word languish rule Salaki, but it says Amal. It says to be weak or to droop, to languish, to be exhausted. All right. And the earth is mourning, man. It's the earth is weak. You know. Let's see if we can read this in another translation. Doesn't give us nothing. It's all good. I gotta update it. But let's do this. NLT, the earth mourns and dries up, and the crops waste away and wither. Even the greatest people on earth waste away. NIV, the earth dries up and withers. The world languishes and withers. The heavens languisheth with the earth. See? So the earth is being destroyed right in front of us because these devils, man, putting the chemtrails, the GMOs, right? Deforestation. That's another one. It says the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, and broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. So ultimately, this is gonna be the Lord's gonna burn this place away, man. All right, and few men are who? The elect. You see. So let's get to the subject at hand. Let's read Matthew. All right, 24. Start at 6. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars, and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in divers places." So a famine is prophesied. All right, and what is a famine? Let's see if we can look it up. All right, famines. Lemos, scarcity of harvest, famine. Through the idea of destitution, a scarcity of food, dearth, famine, hunger. You see? So when a famine comes, there's going to be a shortage of a scarcity of food out here. People not going to be able to eat, get water, right? And it's going to be all done by the Lord. It says all these things are the beginning of sorrows. You see? Let's go to, what's that, second address? Is that 15? Second address 15 and verse 19. I'm going to go straight to the point. It says, second address 15, 19, it says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation." Because of the lack of bread, man. The lack of bread is, a famine, a shortage of food. Let's see if we can get in a different translation. Let's go over here. All right. Second address 15. And that was 19. Yep, I'm gonna start at I'm just go straight to the point. Second address 15, 19, GNT. Driven by famine, right? Driven by famine and terrible suffering, people will assault their neighbors and mercilessly plunder their possessions. Yeah, you think people are, people are bugging out right now, by the way. These women going crazy over the election. These people are losing their minds, man. Turning on one another, killing one another. So, but just imagine when a famine hits. Oh boy, driven by famine and terrible suffering, people will assault their neighbors. People gonna be getting assaulted out here, man. You think your neighbors are, they say hi right now. They be nice to you now, but when a famine comes, man, hey, they gonna turn to monsters, man. Right? It says, driven by famine and terrible suffering, people will assault their neighbors and mercilessly plunder their possessions. Mercilessly plunder their possessions, man. Take whatever you got. They're going to take your food. They're going to take your, water. Whatever you got, whatever you stocked on. And a lot of these, what they call them, preppers. They're going to be the first ones to be taken out, Let's also get, I think that's Revelation 6. I want to see what it's in the GNT version. Revelation 6. What verse is that? 6. I'm going to start at verse 5. It says, Revelation 6 and verse 5, it says, Then the Lamb broke open the third seal, and I heard the third living creature say, Come. I looked, and there was a black horse. Its rider held a pair of scales in his hand. I heard what sounded like a voice coming from among the four living creatures, which said, A quart of wheat for a day's wages, and 3 quarts of barley for a day's wages. But do not damage the oil, but do not damage the olive trees and the vineyards. So this is a quart of wheat for a day's wages, man. What's a quart? Let's look that up. All right. Look up. It says a unit of liquid. All right. Let's go here. A unit of capacity equal to 1/4. All right. Let's go to Google. Get some images. So a quart. This is a quart right here. You know, for a day's wages, meaning what? Your paycheck, right? In the KJV it says, And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast come and say, And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. And I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts say, A measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. You see, so that's your paycheck. Meaning what? Eventually, with the famine gonna come, scarcity of food. That the food that's left over is gonna be through the roof, man. They watched the movie Civil War. They would have stopped and get gas, and I forgot how it went, but she said she had like 300 on her. And the guy said 300 will only get you I think it was a ham and cheese sandwich. You know, so in the times to come, man, hey, the showing that the money is gonna be useless in the days coming, man. You know, especially when a famine hits, and you see the title, the third seal, famine. You see, so it's another one. Let's read Second Kings 6. Yep. Right, because in the famine, what? People gonna go days without eating. Right? These people, they don't do no fasting, none of that. They don't do anything, any of that. They can't even go an hour without eating. You know? So when the time comes, they're gonna be, hungry. Right? And they're gonna result to what? Cannibalism. So this is Second Kings 6, I'm going to start at 24, and it says, And it came to pass after this, that Ben-Hadad, king of Assyria, right, gathered, Salakia, king of Assyria, I'm reading it again. And it came to pass after this, that Ben-Hadad, king of Syria, gathered all his hosts, and went up and besieged Samaria. And there was a great famine in Samaria. And behold, they besieged it, until an ass's head was sold for 80 pieces of silver, and the 4th part of a cab of dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver. And as the king of Israel was passing by upon the wall, there cried a woman unto him, saying, Help, my lord, O king. And he said, If the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, do not help thee, whence shall I help thee? Out of the barn floor, or out of the winepress? And the king said unto her, What aileth thee? And she answered, This woman said unto me, Give thy son, that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow. So we boiled my son, and did eat him. And I said unto her on the next day, Give thy son, that we may eat him, and she hath hid her son. So people will be resorting to even their children, man. Even their family members, loved ones, friends. It don't matter who you are. It says in the scriptures that people will be turning on each other, man. The days of, we're going to read that in the GNT version. Let's go back to Matthew 24 and read verse 12. It says, And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold, man. You see, so we come into the times where people will be going crazy, That's going to be so severe that When people not eating, they can be turning to cannibalism, man. These are these are things we're gonna see. We're gonna be in the midst of that. Lord willing, we are those men and women that He takes care of, and we endure to the end. But let's read it in the GNT version, 2 Kings 6. We can get rid of this now. Where are we at? Yeah, let's go to 2 Kings chapter 6. And what verse was that? You saw it 24, I believe. Yeah, Second Kings chapter 6, verse 24 in the GNT. Sometime later, King Ben-Hadad of Syria led his entire army against Israel and laid siege to the city of Samaria. As a result of the siege, the food shortage in the city was so severe that a donkey's head cost 8 pieces of silver, and a half-pound of dove's dung cost 5 pieces of silver. Dove and dung is what? Shit. It says the king of Israel was walking by on the city, right, on the city wall when a woman cried out, "Help me, your majesty." He replied, "If the Lord won't help you, what help can I provide? Do I have any wheat or wine?" "What's your trouble?" she answered. "The other day, this woman here suggested that we may eat my child, and then eat her child the next day. So we cooked my son and ate him. The next day, I told her that we could eat her son, but she had hidden him. So people be, hey, these are real scenarios, man. This is not just no stories. Okay, these are real scenarios that happen, man. You can go look who the King Ben. That's a real person. Okay, these people that you read about in the scriptures, these are real people, man. These aren't just made up. Alexander the Great, he's written about in First Maccabees. All right, Antiochus, written about in First Maccabees, the book of Maccabees, and in Daniel. These are real people, man. This isn't no made up stuff. This is really gonna happen, man. You see, but we coming to those times, man, where it's gonna get crazy out here, and if you ain't, if you ain't, you playing around out here, man, then you on your own, So let's read this real quick. Second Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days, perilous times shall come. We go into this word all the time, perilous. All right. Come on, man. All right, perilous, meaning chalepas in the Greek. It says hard to bear, troublesome, dangerous. See, so troublesome and dangerous times are coming, man. A famine. We don't eat for days, maybe weeks. This is what's coming, man. And like I said, we're going to be in the midst of it. But the Lord's going to. It says what in Isaiah 65 and 13. It says, "Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed." So the servants are who? The apostles, the prophets, teachers, all right, and then those who believe, man, all right. Those are the servants of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Lord willing, we are those men and women, okay, that we're going to be taken care of while the rest of these people are starving, dying, right, thirsty. Luke 6 and 24 says, "But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep." You see? So it's going to come a time where the people who are mocking, scoffing, all right, they're going to be the ones who are going to be in a mourning and weeping, because they're in the time of mirth right now. You see, but those tables are going to turn, and the Lord's going to flip the tables around, and the Lord's servants, the Lord's servants, they're going to be in a rejoicing. It tells you right here. You see, we're gonna be ones laughing at the people who wanted to mock and scoff, But yeah, man. So and you can go watch this video. All right, where's that? Yeah, you can go watch this. I watched 7 minutes of it. Watch that video, man. All right, so leaked UN conference footage confirms plans for manufactured global famine in 2025. Let me read this last precept. All right, because this is all controlled by the Heavenly Father, man. All right, this is not of Esau. All right, they didn't think of this. Okay, it's through the Lord Yahweh on the left hand side. Isaiah 45:7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, do all these things. So the Lord controls. He has control of everything, man. All right. So when this does come, we know who did it. It's gonna be the Lord. He's gonna use, because he's Esau is his sword. You can read that in Psalm 17, I believe the 13th verse. You know. So Lord willing, this was edifying. Okay, I'll put both of these in the description. All right. So Lord willing, this was edifying. We gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakah HaKodash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. The Lord's way was edified. Till next video, I'm gonna say Shalom.